Hello, my name is Dara O'Rourke. I'm a professor at the University of California, Berkeley, and also one of the co-founders of GoodGuide.com. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. We started GoodGuide to make it easier for people to find products that are safe, healthy, green, and socially responsible. GoodGuide scientists have now rated over 120,000 products, from food to cosmetics to household cleaners to diapers to even cell phones. Our science team is comprised of chemists, toxicologists, nutritionists, sociologists, and environmental life cycle assessment experts. Together they evaluate hundreds of criteria to rate products and the companies behind those products on a 0 through 10 scale for their health, environment, and social responsibility. If you click on a score, you can see all the details behind the rating. GoodGuide's mission is to provide this information in a simple, easy-to-understand form to help consumers make purchasing decisions that reflect their personal values. We believe that better information can transform the marketplace. As more consumers buy better products, retailers and manufacturers will face incentives to make products that are safe, environmentally sustainable, and produced using ethical sourcing of raw materials and labor. As a little bit of background, the idea for GoodGuide came about while I was putting sunscreen on my daughter's face. I started wondering as I was smearing this chemical all over my 3-year-old's face, really, what are the ingredients in her sunscreen? So I went back to campus at UC Berkeley, did some research, and found that the sunscreen contained traces of potentially toxic chemicals. I then researched the rest of my daughter's stuff and found that her shampoo, her favorite toys, even her furniture contained ingredients with potential health hazards. This surprised and, quite frankly, angered me. I realized that even though I have a PhD and study products all the time and supply chains, I knew almost nothing about the products I was bringing into my own home and putting in, on, and around my family. This motivated me to create GoodGuide to give consumers the information they need to make better decisions about which products best match their health, environmental, and ethical concerns. We started GoodGuide at the University of California, Berkeley, with a team of PhDs and postdocs from across campus, from environmental science, public health, computer science. We came together to build the first versions of our health and environmental database and several early cell phone prototypes. We then began to partner with a network of academics across the U.S., then NGOs, and later leading firms. In 2007, we spun GoodGuide off campus and formed a for-benefit company, what are called B corporations here in the U.S. We're funded by social venture investors and traditional venture capitalists. Let me talk a little bit more about GoodGuide's ratings. GoodGuide's ratings combine product-level and company-level information to characterize a product's health, environmental, and social performance and impacts. We rate products and companies on a scale of 0 through 10. A score of 10 means the product or company performs very well relative to other companies in that category. A score of 0 means the product or company performs very poorly. GoodGuide's rating is compiled from 3 subscores addressing health, environment, and society. Each of these subscores are based on an analysis of a set of indicators that GoodGuide scientists has determined are the best available measures of performance in those areas. So our health score characterizes the potential impact that use of a product may have on a person's health. Our environment score characterizes the potential adverse environmental impact associated with the raw materials, the manufacturing, the sale, use, and then disposal of a product. And our social score really characterizes the social impact associated with the manufacture and the sale of the product, really assessment of the company behind the product. GoodGuide can tell a consumer if there are any hazardous chemicals in a product, whether it was tested on animals, whether the company's been fined by the EPA for pollution violations, whether the company donates more to Democrats or Republicans, etc. You can then personalize all this data by selecting the issues that you care most about. Our tools reveal whether products match your personal preferences. You do this by creating a filter on GoodGuide.com, and then your preferences can follow you wherever you shop. Our ratings are based on data from over 1,000 data sources from around the world. We first pull data from companies from their self-disclosure of product attributes. Then we pull in data from government databases on fines and violations, toxics releases, labor rights violations, etc. We license data from private research firms, companies that produce data on environmental, social, and governance policies and practices of big publicly traded firms. We partner with NGOs to bring in specific data sets around specific issues or categories or industries. We work with academics around the world and pull in academic databases, for instance on life cycle assessment databases. And we also pull in what we call unstructured data from the media, recalls, scandals, exposés around products and companies. You can learn more about our ratings methodology at goodguide.com about ratings. GoodGuide now also is designed to work and take all this data wherever a person shops, at least here in the US to begin with. So we take this data and the science and the ratings, and we build tools that take this information and get it to consumers right when they're making a decision. Our team has built an award-winning iPhone app and a new Android app that enable consumers to scan a product barcode with their smartphone right when they're shopping in the store aisles. They can then instantly see the real story about a product, beyond just what the marketing on the product label says, to feel confident that the choices they're making really are good for you, your family, and the planet. Our mobile app knows about the products on store shelves and whether they really meet your filters, your concerns, and the issues that matter most to you. Our newest tool, the Transparency Toolbar, then empowers consumers when they're shopping online in ways that really have never happened before. Once you install this tool in your browser in Chrome or Firefox, the Transparency Toolbar will instantly reveal while you're on Amazon.com or Walmart.com or Target.com whether a product really passes or fails your personal filter, and then also what its GoodGuide rating is. So you can see, based on the issues you've selected, how a product performs. We also can recommend products that perform better for you on your personal preferences and values, show you how much they cost, and what other consumers think about those products. We're trying to pull together all the information you need to find better, safer products that match your values and meet your price point. Right now we have about 600,000 people per month using GoodGuide tools. About 500,000 have downloaded our mobile apps, iPhone and Android apps. And we're really now scaling our distribution of our data and our ratings out to e-commerce sites, nonprofit sites, and bloggers around the world. Our users are, quite frankly, mainstream consumers that are trying to find safe and healthy products. GoodGuide, obviously, is still in its early days, but we can see a trajectory in the not-too-distant future of fully personalized, localized tools that empower consumers to shop their values whenever and wherever they shop. I believe in the next 2 to 3 years, people will be able to walk into any retailer or land on any e-commerce site and get instant advice on the products that best match their own values. We see real long-term potential to cut through marketing and advertising to provide consumers with exactly the information they need to make the best possible decisions, and ultimately to not only support a more transparent marketplace, but also a more sustainable one. Together, GoodGuide.com, our Transparency Toolbar, and our mobile apps seek to really help people shop their preferences and values wherever they shop. We believe that as more and more of us shop based on what truly matters to us, we'll not only make healthier choices for ourselves, our families, and the planet, but we'll also send a strong signal to companies that it's time that business as usual means business as sustainable. Thanks very much for taking the time to learn about GoodGuide, and good luck.